What's up, friends? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. It's Taco Tuesday. I hope all your taco dreams came true. And tomorrow is Wednesday. It's hump day. But it's exactly 2 weeks from tomorrow that the Dallas Cowboys go off to Oxnard. Training camp, bro. Training camp's about to start up. 2 weeks. And then I got a little bonus. This weekend, we have the CSA show in Chantilly, Virginia. We got the trifecta. We got Drew Pearson. Yeah. Drew Pearson's going to be there. Tony Dorsett and Randy White. All of them are going to be there, as well as Joe Boo and the Joe Boo Sports. We're going to be there. We're going to be getting some autographs. We're going to be getting some shirts signed that we're going to be doing for giveaways. Ones like this one. See? Joe Boo's Black Sheep. That's right. We're going to get that taken care of because it's all about all of us together, spreading the mojo and things. It's comical. It would be comical if it wasn't so sad. On a daily basis, I get so much negativity about our quarterback. So much so that even on my other channel, I got my other channel, which is about woodworking. I had some people that say, hey, this is a Dallas Cowboys channel. Why are you doing woodworking and stuff? So I created another channel to kind of appease some of those people. I got people over there where we're talking about woodworking that are in there trashing Dak Prescott. I'm kind of like, wow, really? But I started thinking about this. It's almost crazy. All right. So last year we got 3 games that Dak Prescott threw for 400 plus yards. First time in history of football, a quarterback has done that in one season. He did it in the first 5 games. He has 7 of those already in his short career. The NFL record is Drew Brees, who played a lot more years, with 16. The great Dan Marino, who was Mr. Aerial Assault himself, only has 15, and 2 of those in the playoffs, so that means he only had 13 in the regular season. Dak is over halfway there on that. But we get told it's garbage time. We get told that our quarterback stinks, that we got in the 4th round. And it's crazy because I think about teams like the Bears that had, the 3rd pick? They gave up a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th to move up 1 space to take Mitch Trubisky. A couple of years later, they realized that's not the case. They bring in Nick Foles. That's not the case. And now they trade up to get Justin Fields. I think about the Jets that traded up to get Sam Darnold. And they gave up a whole lot to get Sam Darnold. To get Sam Darnold, they gave up 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 3rd, and like a 5th. 3 years in, they realized he's not the guy. And get rid of him. I think about the Rams with Jared Goff, who was a 2-time loser for him. They went from like 13 to 1 in the draft. And I think they gave up 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s. And then had to turn around and give up 2 more number 1s and him to get an aging Matthew Stafford, where they literally are putting everything on the line if he doesn't work out. Then there's Carson Wentz. Remember, the Eagles started out at the 13th spot. And I believe they first traded with Tampa to get up to 8. And then they traded with the Cleveland Browns to get to 2nd to take Carson Wentz. And let's be serious here. It was almost comical listening to First Take with, not Skip, not Stephen A. My man that was the rapper for a second. Still talking about Carson Wentz, he was the best player in the league there for a season. No, first of all, he didn't make it through that season. Second of all, they had a 4th-place schedule, and they were playing guys that were ass. He did play well in those 13 games. I'll give you that. But RG3 played great for 1 season. Does that mean that RG3 has a Hall of Fame pedigree? And by the way, Washington gave up 3 number ones in a second to get him. And I don't even want to go on to Washington. Washington, who's now hanging their hats on Ryan Fitzpatrick. I could go ahead and spend a whole video just going from the Donovan McNabb and all those people that talk about how much money we spent on Dak Prescott. Over the last 10 years, Washington has spent over $200 million on quarterback. And still, I don't think they have one. Oh, you can say Heineke. You can say a guy who's played on 11 teams in his career. And let me be clear. If you're a quarterback and you play on more than 2 teams, chances are you're not going to be a Hall of Famer. Just not. Great quarterbacks don't get let go from team to team to team. Just saying. They don't. And here it is. We had a guy who was on pace to have over 6,500 yards. A guy who has gotten better every year. He kind of leveled off, but his second year, sophomore slump. But there were other issues on that as well. But still, a guy that's played pretty good. And after seeing the landscape of teams that are in desperation, like Carolina, who first signed Teddy Bridgewater last year, that didn't work out. And then they go ahead and get Sam Darnold, a bust, and think that that's going to do it. You get the Colts, who pulled in Phillip Rivers, which ended up not being the answer there. And then they're gambling on Carson Wentz being able to turn himself around. And here we have a guy that is all about football, doesn't throw a temper tantrum because he's not getting a new contract or saying he wants to leave. And we, or some of y'all, just want to get rid of him. You know what it reminds me of? I'm not going to say that this is all you ladies. But it's funny because it seems like when you're a good guy that's loyal, respectful, you have a harder time with women. And women always say, I just want a nice man. I just wish I had me a nice man. But for some reason, they don't want to give the nice man the time of day. They always end up with the roughneck. I don't know if that's still a term or not, but the guy that's kind of a thug. The one that's an asshole, that treats them like crap. Those are the ones that they always chasing behind. They get a nice man. Oh, he's boring. Yeah. I'll take boring and stable over those crazy mother humpers anytime. After being a hot day, it's cooled off. It feels really, really nice out here. This is where I love to come and just to relax. This in the fire pit. I would recommend everybody, and I mean everybody, that you find what it is that's your Zen thing or Zen place and create it. Because sometimes you just got to unplug and go woosah. Hope y'all had a great Taco Tuesday, and I'll see you later. Peace.